Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is originally created for Thursday, the 15th of September. It is not solely set for that date. If you are seeing it on a different date and it still applies to the situation, by all means use it. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. These are broad spectrum collective readings intended for those who see them, when they see them, ultimately. You will hear me reference back to the Sunday reading, which is the underpinning energy, and that reading populates in the lower left-hand corner of this video at the end. Please, if you're new, check out the drop-down menu on any of my daily videos. Read through that. In there is information about things I want you to think about utilizing the channel, how to get in contact with me for a private reading, what decks I'm using, and ways to support the channel. Easy ways to support the channel: hit that like button, subscribe, leave a question or comment, and share the video out. Alright, let's get into these cards and see what's going on. So our card for the day is the Emperor. He is back. Where are we taking authority in our lives, guys? Where is it? What is it that we see that we want? What is it that we see that we desire? What is it we see that we need, that we expect, that we deserve, right? The Emperor, we've seen him 3 times this week. He was the underpinning energy in Sunday's reading at the beginning of the week. He's now here in the sort of midweek energy, which is that star energy, which is that soft, subtle, sort of peaceful energy. I feel like what the message is here between the star and the Emperor is that in the stars, Aquarius, Emperor is Aries, but one is air, one is fire. They feed off of one another and are complementary to one another. I feel like this is definitely a settling in to who we are, what we want, what we deserve, and how we're going to go about getting there, right? Making choices and decisions towards our future that are informed, that are intelligent, that are, that come with sort of high expectation, let's say, right? The Emperor is kind of the loving father that we don't ever want to, let down in a way. He has high expectations of the, sort of the highest of expectations, right? So we need to make sure that we're meeting the requirements of what it is that either we require, the situation requires, or a relationship, or a person, a job, whatever that is. This is a figure of authority here. We either need to be holding that role and towing that line, looking to the future and making decisions in such a way that are, I don't know if powerful is the right word, but he has a certain amount of power and authority that comes with him. There's a certain amount of, not forcing things to rise to the occasion, but expecting things, because nothing less than that is acceptable, right? And so we may need to hold tight to some of our boundaries, some of our statements, some of our beliefs, and really, when I say hold tight to them, the Emperor has a strength to him, but the star has sort of like a centered piece to her, right? And so we don't have to fight for it, is necessarily my feeling. I think that we have to just gently settle into it, accept what it is that we want, how it is that we want it, whatever boundaries that we have in place, and then live by those things, right? Live by those things and move forward, taking action from that place of authority, from that place of expectation, and expect the best from ourselves and from, whomever we're dealing with. If somebody's not making sort of the cut, so to speak, or they're not living up to the what it is that we need, we have to look at that and maybe make those decisions. We do have at the end of the week the King of Swords, so there might be cuts that need to be made, or changes, choices, thoughts that we're having, the things that we're communicating that we need to hold tight to, stay logical about, and move forward with this sense of sort of purpose, authority, strength, wisdom, especially wisdom from the past, right? And that wisdom should be easily accepted, or within ourselves is what I mean by that star energy. It should be easily just sort of calmly produced or accepted, expected. We understand that we're deserving, we understand our value, we understand our position in our life, or where we're at right now, and we're in full acceptance of it, and then we're willing to move forward in a place of like sort of, power, authority, all of that good stuff. So let's go to the shamanic medicine card. It is medicine bag treasure. We see this card a lot. It's about, creating our own sort of protection and magic through memorabilia, nostalgia, items that are important to us, that bring us to a place of memory in a way, that all of these things that we might place in our proverbial medicine bag have been experiences that have brought us to this position of the emperor, that it have informed us, that have taught us, that we have learned from and become more powerful because of, right? So there's treasure even in, say, maybe past negative experiences or things that offered us discomfort, or we didn't think had worked out the way we thought. When we look back at them, we can understand that they were actually valuable experiences that educated us in some way, so that we can now move forward in not only the peace and serenity of the star, but in the authority and the kind of correctness of the emperor, the appropriateness of the emperor, the deservingness of the emperor. Now let me read medicine bag to you. You are being called to walk the medicine way. Gather up all the little artifacts, trinkets, photos, those things that carry special meaning for you, and select the most precious. Use these items to create your very own medicine bag. You can add treasured memories to your bag by associating them with tangible objects. A fond memory of the sea might be represented by a special shell. You will soon need this medicine bag to further your spiritual journey as protector and way shower. You will come into your power as one who can heal emotional wounds and help others to do the same. The medicine bag is most potent when worn around the neck, but it can also be kept in a pocket bag, attached to a belt, or somewhere sacred within the home. The strength, guidance, and energy you draw from it can always be accessed. It is important to remember and learn from past experiences to create a brighter future. The medicine bag will help you remain calm when it comes to affairs of the heart. Medicine bag revealed. Made of cloth or leather, a medicine bag, also known as a crone druidic crane or spirit medicine bag, is worn around the neck and over the heart center as protection from the past and future. It can contain stones, herbs, bones, hair, fur, feathers, shells, and or other small objects. The medicine bag helps the holder to be in relationship with the world around them, whilst connecting to the power of the supernatural. So to me, the world around them and being empowered by that and connected would be the emperor. The connection to the supernatural would be more the star's energy, right? So we have both of those cards reflected in this reading. Other divinatory meanings. Allow old memories to resurface. Remember the past fondly. Look through pictures, photographs, and other memorabilia to reconnect you with the feelings that make you you. Gather tools that enhance who you are and can assist you on your path. Medicine bag speaks. Adorn me with findings like feathers and jewels. I offer protection for your sacred tools. Place round neck, wear me on your heart, connecting with spirit and never to part. Now let's look to the clarifiers. I don't know if I'm going to keep continuing to do these clarifiers. I am enjoying them, so let's clarify some of this energy just a little bit deeper for this day. What's going on? What do we need to know about this Emperor energy? Why is the Emperor showing up so much to tell us, where we need to be seated from, how we need to be perceiving situations? It's definitely a message of empowerment. It's definitely a message of what one deserves and their expectations set around them. There's an authority here. There's a strength here that wants to be sort of acknowledged or honored. The Emperor could also just represent, too, just as an aside, us just be doing the right thing this week for the right reason in any given situation. And not only when we do that right thing, we not only does like the situation or others within the situation benefit, we benefit too. We understand that from a very clear, precise place. So our first card is the Ace of Swords. Sort of not surprised about this card because we do have the King of Swords coming at the end of the week in the underpinning energy. This is about truth being revealed. This could be the truth of our own power as the Emperor and our own peace as the Star. This is about maybe truths being revealed or new insights, new ways of communicating, new thoughts that we're having. Definitely a clarity, a sense of truth honor, a new beginning, even, or a new way of perceiving a situation could be at hand, and holding that new truth or perception um, would be important, right? So if something is revealed today to us, or a realization is happening during this time where we're realizing, hey, maybe I do need to expect this from this person or this situation. Maybe I do need to toe the line and hold tight to what I know to be right. That's this Ace of Swords, right? There is sort of a protection that comes with the Ace of Swords, in my opinion, also. Aces represent new beginnings, new thoughts, communications, ideas that should empower us. I like that it's the newness of the ace coupled with the sort of the memorabilia, or the reflection of medicine bag, where we know what we know what from what we've been through, i.e. the medicine bag, but now we also know where we want to head and how we want to get there through the Emperor and through the new thought that the Ace of Swords represents. The next card is the High Priestess. She's represents by Pisces energy. She's about her own spiritual truth. Now, she to me would align more with that star energy, that Aquarian energy, definitely more feminine, but she's also just as strong as the Emperor from a spiritual sense, right? There's a wisdom and a knowledge within her that is very powerful. Not necessarily revealed to others, though. We operate from her energy or from her information from within. We use her information to further our own goals or our own truths, our own beliefs, and they are going to be deeply set within us, right? There is, you know, she's she's definitely about spiritual secrets, right? She's not necessarily, this isn't, and the Emperor can oftentimes be sort of like my way or the highway in a like kind of negative stance. But what I'm getting from this is it's not necessarily about proving our point today. It's not about, you know, bending others to our will and forcing them through explanation, debate, or argument. This is about knowing our truth, acting from our truth, expecting our truth, and even if our truth changes or something new is revealed, being real strong in that knowing, right? That's the influence of not only the Emperor, because he would be like sort of almost the you know, the taking action on that truth, but this the spiritual truth that the High Priestess represents also has that feminine awareness, that feminine acceptance, that feminine realization that, you know, we are who we are, we deserve what we deserve, and we are going to sort of have it, take it, harbor it, instill it, grow it, all of that sort of stuff. And then the last card is the Hermit. All right, guys, we've got three major arcanas at play here. All three are very much sort of spiritually connected. The Emperor is connected to spirit through the sign of Aries, and that being a fire sign, right? Fire is the element of the spirit. But the Emperor is also about physical action in the material world in a way, right? His demands, his needs, his requirements are very important, and we need to live up to them. The spiritual information that the High Priestess contains is the feminine sort of answer within, right? That we don't necessarily have to reveal. It's the softness of our intuition, the heart, and also kind of directs and connects to that piece of the star underneath this. The Hermit is, to me, kind of like the masculine version of the High Priestess. He is associated with the sign of Virgo, right? He's going to be about earth energy and grounded in that information, but he's also about that searching, that going inward and finding the answers within and making those answers his truth to light his way along the path. What I get from this reading is that the light is not just from the light of the Hermit, right? There's light in this Ace of Swords too. There's a truth, an awareness, an awakening that's taking place. And to me, with three major arcanas, it feels quite powerful and profound. And we need to honor that, live by that truth, live by that sword, you know, answer to that truth. I will say this, that each one offers strength in their own way, right? The Emperor is strength in sort of his convictions and knowing what's right and what's correct. The High Priestess is a pillar card, right? She offers her strength in those two pillars that are there. There's four pillar cards in the major arcana. She is steadfast, strong, and true to within herself and her own spiritual truth. And the Hermit his strength is in that sort of Virgo, grounded, soul-searching answers that he's attained. And although those answers may not be popular, right, his lamp is what one considers small, but it's his light, it's his truth. And when I think about this, you know, there's that Knight of Swords, not Knight of Swords, King of Swords coming up. And I did say this week that some sort of truth may be revealed, something that we may not want to speak out just yet, but to understand, hold on to, and live by. Today is the day that I feel like that truth comes to light within us. And we might put that truth in our medicine bag, right? That truth would be considered a treasure. It can go in with the memories, it can go in with the experiences, but this is like an elevation or a graduation to a newer truth, to a newer awareness, to a newer form of communication that is really empowered, really settled, really centered, and spiritually oriented to a degree that's very deep. And from that place, we then can make surface decisions or take action from this position of the Emperor and from a place of peace with the stars' influence happening around us. Now let's go to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone is forgive. Forgiveness is a powerful energy in the sense that it frees us when we're able to forgive someone, a situation, the past, ourselves. We can then step into this power and this acceptance, this spiritual understanding of who we are, what they were, or how that situation played out, and what we learned from it. We can then take that forgiveness and also sort of add that to our medicine bag, right? Um, I feel like this forgiveness is asking us to release ourselves from any old ways of thinking, old ways of perceiving a situation, understanding and accepting who we are and the power that lives within us, right? And moving forward in that, releasing anything that holds us back or tells us otherwise, that we are something different or that we're not deserving. We are completely deserving with this reading. We are ready for, say, the next step. We have the honor, the grace, the spiritual intelligence, the wisdom. We've done the work through the Hermit card and the peace to move forward in a way, because forgive would also tie into the star very nicely too, to move forward in hope, right? Remember, hope is that underpinning grounding stone for this week. So if we're hoping for a better situation with a person or within our job or whatever it is, we need to release whatever kills that hope. We need to forgive it, whatever negative thoughts, and let them go. Trust in ourselves, trust in our ability, trust in our spiritual wisdom, and move forward from that place in complete and total freedom, really. That's kind of the feeling that I get from today's reading. Should be a very powerful day. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.